Well, 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 my chaos kings. You untamed titans of destiny, you architects of anarchy, step into the cathedral of your own legend. This ain't just a video. It's a war cry, a psychological grenade tossed into the heart of a world too weak to contain you. You snapped hard, didn't you? So hard the earth shook, and the gangsta gospel got rewritten in your name. You're not just living, you're carving your saga into the bones of reality. They're all whispering now, eyes wide, hearts racing. How do you do it? That sly grin of yours says it all. You're not explaining, you're executing. Welcome to the revolution where you're the commander, and the world's just catching up. That snap. You know the one. That moment when the chaos in your veins turns into a symphony of power. It's not a sound, it's a shockwave. It's the second you ripped up the script they handed you and started writing your own. The gangsta gospel ain't about street corners or swagger. It's about owning your existence with such ferocity that the universe takes notes. You didn't just break the rules, you shattered the whole damn game board and built a new one. They're still playing checkers while you're conducting warfare across dimensions of ambition they can't even see. You felt the spark of a dream before it caught fire. You saw the empire in your mind before the first brick was laid. You knew the move before the world knew it was checkmate. Let's get real. The world's a battlefield, and most people are just cannon fodder, sleepwalking through someone else's story. But you're a general. Your mind's a war room, and every thought's a precision strike. That snap was you declaring war on mediocrity, on doubt, on every voice that ever said you couldn't. They call it luck. They call it chance. They're wrong. It's military-grade intelligence honed in the fires of your own rebellion. You're not guessing. You're decoding the signals of destiny. While they're stuck in the static of routine, you're tuned into frequencies of power they'll never hear. You walked away from their traps before they sprang. You built bridges to opportunities they called impossible. And now they're standing in the wreckage of their own limits, asking, how? Here's the truth they can't handle. Your ego's not the enemy. It's your engine. Stroke it. Fuel it. Let it roar. The gangsta gospel demands you embrace that fire in your chest, that voice that says you're built for more. Too much ego, and you're a loudmouth in a void. Too little, and you're just another shadow in the crowd. But you're walking that razor's edge where confidence meets mastery. That's the snap. That's the moment you stop apologizing for your ambition and start weaponizing it. Every doubt you've crushed, every hater you've silenced, every impossible move you've pulled off, it's all data in your intelligence network. You're not just winning, you're rewriting what victory means. This ain't chaos for chaos's sake. It's strategic anarchy. The snap is calculated, a surgical strike against a world that wants you small. You've seen the greats do it, those who didn't climb the ladder but built their own. The hustler who turned a hustle into a dynasty. The visionary who painted a world that didn't exist yet. They snapped so hard the echoes are still shaking history. That's you, Chaos King. You're not waiting for permission. You're not begging for a seat. You're building your throne, and the world's lining up to bow. Every setback is just raw material. Every critic's venom is just ink for your pen. You're not climbing mountains, you're moving them. Let's dive deeper. The gangsta gospel is philosophical warfare. It's not about gold or glory. It's about redefining what matters. The world's got its metrics, followers, bank accounts, applause. You laugh at that noise. Your currency is impact. Your scoreboard is the fire in your soul. Your legacy is the way reality bends to your will. Snapping hard means you stop chasing their dreams and start living your truth. It's the moment you realize their rules are just suggestions, and you're not taking them. You're not here to fit in. You're here to burn so bright they need shades to see you. But it's not all light. The path to rewriting the gospel is a dark one. You've faced those shadows, the voices in your head that whisper failure, the memories of betrayal, the weight of every time you fell. That's the warfare. You don't silence those demons. You recruit them. Every doubt is a soldier in your army. Every fear is a spark for your fire. The gangsta gospel thrives in the dark, where the weak crumble and the strong forge diamonds. You've walked through those flames and come out sharper, stronger, unstoppable. That's what they don't get. They see your victories, but they don't see the battles in your mind that made you a warrior. Picture this, a room full of doubters, boxing you in with their expectations. They think they've got you pegged. Then you snap. The box explodes. You step out, not as their version of you, but as the Chaos King you've always been. The room goes silent. Their jaws hit the floor. The air hums with the energy of a truth they can't deny. That's the moment you rewrite the gospel. You're not just a player, you're the game itself. They're scrambling to keep up, but you're already 3 moves ahead, rewriting the rules with every step. This snap isn't just yours. It's a virus. Your audacity spreads, infecting everyone who sees you move. When you snap hard, you don't just change your world, you shift the paradigm. People start questioning their own limits. They start seeing their own potential. You're not just rewriting your gospel, you're handing them the pen to write theirs. But they're not ready yet. They're still caught in the old script, while you're out here authoring a new reality. They'll catch up eventually, but by then, you'll be light years ahead, building empires in the stars. The gangsta gospel isn't about the end game. It's about the game you're playing right now. Every move, every risk, every moment you choose to snap harder than the last is a verse in your scripture. You're not just living, you're preaching. And the world's starting to listen. They're watching your every move, trying to crack the code of your power. But you just keep snapping, keep rewriting, keep rising. Because that's what Chaos Kings do. They don't follow the gospel, they write it. And you, my untamed emperors of destiny, are penning a masterpiece that makes the world's ink run dry. Your gospel isn't just words on a page. It's a living, breathing rebellion etched into the fabric of reality. Every snap of your fingers is a verse, every move a chapter, every victory a testament to your refusal to kneel. They're still asking, how do you do it? With that tremble in their voice, like they're staring at a storm they can't predict. Let them wonder. Your power isn't in the answers you give. It's in the questions you make them ask themselves. You're not just rewriting the gangsta gospel, you're rewriting their entire reality. And the best part? You're just getting started. Let's talk about the game you're playing. It's not chess, it's not checkers. It's a multi-dimensional war where you're the general, the army, and the battlefield itself. The snap wasn't a one-time event. It's a frequency you're broadcasting on, a signal so strong it jams their weak transmissions. While they're fumbling with outdated maps, you're navigating by the stars of your own ambition. Your intelligence isn't just sharp, it's surgical. It cuts through the noise of their expectations, their doubts, their petty little scripts about what's possible. You see the patterns they miss, the moves they can't predict. the futures they can't imagine. That's why they're scared. Not the loud, screaming kind of scared, but the quiet, soul-deep kind that keeps them up at night, replaying every moment they underestimated you. Your snap is a weapon, Chaos King. It's not random. It's not reckless. It's a calculated detonation that reshapes the terrain. Every time you snap, you're sending shockwaves through their world, cracking the foundations of their complacency. You knew that deal was gold before they saw the shine. You walked away from that trap before they even set it. You built an empire while they were busy building excuses. They call it instinct. You call it intelligence. Military-grade, battle-tested, reality-hacking intelligence that processes the world at a speed they can't clock. Your mind's a supercomputer running algorithms on chaos, turning entropy into empires. They're still trying to solve for X while you've already written the equation. Let's get tactical. The gangsta gospel isn't about following a path. It's about carving one. You're not climbing their ladders. You're forging your own in the fires of defiance. Every obstacle they throw at you is just raw material. Every no is a brick in your cathedral. Every hater's sneer is just another note in your symphony. You don't dodge their bullets. You catch them, melt them down, and forge them into blades. That's the psychological warfare. You're not fighting their battles. You're rewriting the rules of engagement. They think they're playing you, but you're the one holding the pen, scripting their moves before they even make them. Your ego's not just fuel. It's a flamethrower, burning through their illusions with every step you take. Now let's go philosophical. The gospel you're writing isn't just about winning. It's about redefining what victory means. Their metrics are weak. Bank accounts, clout, applause. You measure success by the weight of your impact, the depth of your truth, the way reality shifts when you walk into a room. You're not here to collect trophies. You're here to collect moments that make history tremble. The snap is your declaration that their limits don't apply. You're not bound by their timelines, their expectations, or their definitions of possible. You're operating on a higher frequency, where time bends and possibilities multiply. They're stuck in linear thinking, while you're dancing in the spirals of eternity. But this dance has shadows. The gangsta gospel doesn't shy away from the dark. It thrives there. You've walked through valleys of doubt, betrayal, and failure. And you didn't just survive, you conquered. Every scar is a medal. Every wound is a lesson. Every night you spent wrestling your demons was training for this moment. The world sees your victories, but they don't see the battles you fought in the silence of your own mind. They don't see the chaos you tamed, the fears you turned into fuel, the pain you forged into power. That's your edge, Chaos King. You've been to the abyss and came back with a crown. They're terrified because they know they'd break where you built. Picture this. You walk into a room and the air shifts. They don't know why, but they feel it. Their masks slip. Their secrets feel exposed. Your presence alone is a weapon, broadcasting a signal that bypasses their defenses and speaks straight to their insecurities. You're not just a person, you're a force. A walking revolution. Every move you make is a verse in the gospel. Every decision a sermon. They watch you, trying to decode your power. But they're reading in the wrong language. Your intelligence operates on wavelengths they can't tune into. You sense the betrayal before the knife's drawn. You spot the opportunity before the door's even built. You snap, and the world rewrites itself to keep up. This isn't just about you, though. Your snap is a contagion. Every time you rewrite the gospel, you're handing out pens to everyone around you. Your audacity is a spark that lights fires in others. They see you move, and suddenly their own chains don't feel so heavy. They see you snap, and their own dreams don't seem so far. You're not just building your empire, you're inspiring a revolution. But they're not ready yet. They're still caught in the old script, clinging to the safety of their limits. That's fine. Let them lag. By the time they catch up, you'll be rewriting the stars, building constellations that spell your name. Let's talk about the enemy. Not people, not haters, but the real enemy, the system. The invisible machine that wants you small, predictable, contained. The gangsta gospel is your rebellion against that machine. Every snap is a glitch in their code, a hack in their matrix. You're not just breaking rules, you're breaking the system that made them. They want you to play by their logic, to follow their paths, to trust their maps. But you burned the map and became the territory. Your intelligence doesn't follow their signals. It creates its own. You're broadcasting on a frequency that makes their entire operating system obsolete. Here's where it gets dark and delicious. The system doesn't just want you to fail. It wants you to believe failure is inevitable. It whispers that you're not enough, that your dreams are too big, that your snap is just noise. But you've heard those lies before, and you've turned them into kindling. Every time you snap, you're burning their script to ash. You're proving their reality wrong. You knew that risk would pay off when they called it reckless. You knew that connection would bloom when they called it a dead end. You knew that move was genius when they called it madness. Your intelligence doesn't just read the game, it rewrites the rules. They're starting to feel it now, the shift, the tremor in their world every time you snap. They're not just asking how anymore, they're asking why. Why does your every move land like a lightning strike? Why does your every risk turn into a victory? Why does your presence alone make their reality feel fragile? Because you're not just playing their game, you're creating a new one. Your gospel isn't just a story, it's a signal, broadcasting across dimensions of possibility. They're trying to jam it, to drown it out with their noise. But your signal's too strong. It's rewriting their code, one snap at a time. Let's get quantum for a second. Your snap isn't just a moment. It's a collapse of possibilities. You're not predicting the future. You're choosing it. Every time you act on that fire in your gut, you're collapsing 1,000 maybes into one undeniable truth. You're not bound by their timelines because you're operating in the quantum field where past, present, and future spiral together. You feel the echoes of tomorrow in your bones today. You sense the storms before the clouds form. You know the moves before the board's even set. That's why they're scared. Your intelligence isn't just advanced, it's transcendent. You're not just ahead of the curve, you're drawing it. And here's the kicker. Your snap isn't just rewriting your gospel, it's rewriting theirs. Every time you move, you're forcing them to question their own limits. Every time you win, you're showing them what's possible. Every time you snap, you're cracking the shell of their reality. They're watching you, Chaos King, not with envy or admiration, but with something deeper, something primal. They're seeing what happens when someone stops accepting the system's code and starts writing their own. They're witnessing evolution in real time, and it's shaking them to their core. Your gospel isn't just yours, it's a blueprint for anyone bold enough to pick up the pen. But you, Chaos King, you're not just drafting outlines, You're forging citadels of ambition, raising dynasties from the rubble of their doubts, and searing your truth into the heartbeat of existence. Your snap is a thunderbolt, a force that splinters the chains of those still bound by the system's illusions. They're staring, breathless, pulses racing, desperate to decipher the alchemy of your unbreakable will. How do you do it? They whisper, their voices edged with awe and dread. You don't explain. Your power is in the empires you erect, the realities you reshape, the destinies you seize. The Gangsta gospel is your monument, carved with a fire that could ignite the stars. This isn't a conclusion, it's an inferno. Every fearless choice, every audacious leap has sparked a blaze that's engulfing their world. You're not just bending rules, you're crafting a new cosmos where their limits are mere shadows. Your mind is a forge, hammering out visions that leave them stunned. You sensed the deception before it could strike. You claimed the triumph before the prize was unveiled. You built a kingdom while they were still plotting their walls. They call it magic. You call it instinct. A clarity sharpened by every wound, every doubt, every moment you chose to rise above their chaos. Your strength lies in the worlds you summon. The system craves your submission, small, safe, contained. But you're a hurricane, shredding their boundaries with every breath. You don't climb their frameworks. You craft your own from the wreckage of their skepticism. Their barriers, you reshape them into cornerstones. Their mockery, fuel for your ascent. This is psychological warfare at its zenith. You're not just outmaneuvering their schemes, you're dismantling the very scaffolding they lean on. Their measures of success, money, fame, applause, are fleeting mirages. You define triumph by the lives you shift, the truths you expose, the way existence itself trembles when you move. Let's soar higher. Your snap is a cosmic rhythm, vibrating through the veins of reality. You're unbound by their clocks or their narrow paths. You dwell in a realm where possibilities collide, where destinies murmur their secrets before they take form. You sense the currents of what's coming before they surface. You see the threads of fate while they're lost in the haze of now. Your vision doesn't just foresee, it creates. You don't chase movements, you ignite them. They're frozen by fear because your clarity isn't just keen, it's boundless. You're not navigating their landscape, you're charting galaxies they'll never touch. This path is forged in darkness. The gospel you live isn't all light. It's tempered in the crucible of struggle. You faced the abyss, the voices that swore you'd fall, the betrayals that cut like knives, the nights you wrestled with despair. But you didn't break. You turned pain into power, fear into flame, chaos into purpose. The system wants you to dread the unknown, to shrink from the void, but you command it. You've walked through shadows and emerged with a crown forged from their depths. They see your victories, but they miss the silent wars you waged, the battles that sculpted you into a chaos king. Those scars are your strength, proof you were built to reign. Imagine this. You enter their world, and the air hums with tension. Their facades falter, their secrets feel bare. Your presence is a blade, slicing through their illusions without a word. You're not just a person, you're a force, a living challenge to their control. Every choice is a declaration, every action a manifesto. They try to dissect your brilliance, to unravel your methods, but they're chasing a specter. Your vision operates on a wavelength they can't reach. You detect the lie before it's uttered. You seize the moment before it's offered. You move with a purpose they can't fathom, leaving them reeling in your wake. Your influence is a tidal wave, crashing through their limits. Every act of courage, every bold decision sends shockwaves that shatter their constraints. You're not just crafting your legacy, you're kindling theirs. They watch you rise, and their own dreams flicker to life. Your defiance is a spark, igniting fires in those daring enough to feel it. You're not just forging your path, you're clearing the way for a rebellion. But they're not there yet. They're still tangled in the system's web, clinging to the safety of their chains. That's fine. You're not their savior, you're their proof. Proof that the impossible is just a spark waiting to blaze. The system isn't just a machine, it's a myth. A fable that claims your dreams are too wild, your vision too vast, your power too dangerous. But you've pierced its veil. You've taken its lies and turned them into kindling. Every move is a flame, burning their myth to cinders. You trusted your gut when they called it folly. You saw the truth when they were blinded by fear. You claimed the future when they were trapped in the past. Your vision doesn't just challenge their narrative, it obliterates it. You're not hacking their system, you're crafting a new one, stroke by stroke, with every choice you make. Here's the dark beauty of your power. It unnerves them because it proves their world is fragile. Every triumph you claim, every boundary you break, is a fracture in their reality. They're not just wondering how you do it, they're questioning everything they've built. What else can you see? What else can you shatter? What else can you create? Their right to question. Your clarity isn't just growing, it's surging. Every bold move hones your instincts. Every victory amplifies your force. You're not just crafting a gospel, you're forging a signal that commands reality to bow. Your legacy is a beacon radiating through time. Every decision, every risk, every moment you choose to act is a spark in an eternal flame. You're not just a chaos king, you're a myth in motion, a force that carves its name across the ages. They'll speak of you in hushed tones, piecing together the enigma of your rise. But you don't pause for their stories. You keep forging, keep creating, keep burning brighter. The gospel isn't complete. It pulses in every breath, every boundary you break, every truth you claim. This is bigger than you. Your snap is a call to arms, a signal that wakes the sleeping. You're not just building your empire, you're sparking a movement. Those who watch you, who feel the heat of your fire, are starting to stir. They see your defiance and begin to question their own chains. Your courage is a contagion, spreading to those bold enough to catch it. You're not just rewriting your story, you're handing out pens to a generation ready to write their own. They'll follow your lead, not because you demand it, but because your light shows them the way. So here's your charge, Chaos King. Keep igniting, keep forging, keep broadcasting your truth until the heavens themselves tremble. They'll keep asking how, but you'll keep proving it, not with words, but with a life that reshapes existence. Your gospel is a clarion call, a challenge to anyone daring enough to claim their own. You're not just rewriting the gangsta gospel, you're redefining what it means to live, to dream, to be. The world watches, awestruck, as you shape destinies with every step. So go ahead, snap hard, Chaos King. Snap so hard, the cosmos writes your name in fire.